way, because if he'd been over at mid, I think you'd definitely see H6 rotating with the Lina and the Earthshaker, Tornado into a Fissure, into a Light Striker, and there's absolutely no chance.
Here we go. Pressure on that tier 1 tower down bottom. They'll jump onto March. Shallow Grave comes out from Febby. That'll buy him some time, but now the Gust keeps him silenced, and they'll get the kill there. Cask bouncing around, slowing down H6, so they've already taken out the tower. Lesh rotates. Splitter will connect. Forev will be the first to fall on the Radiant side. Nuts just barely lives, and now the TPs from MVP.H6.
Qualifier that in this patch, as the one position player, you need to be carrying a TP. You need to know when to come and join your team and participate, and that was exactly the perfect time for KP.
Charge on to Jerax. He's already low thanks to a pounce from QO, and that'll set up an easy one for the Slark. MVP.Phoenix getting some good momentum here. March trying to TP home, and oh, Heen, you're going to regret TPing into this one. Will connect with an LSA, but will die to the heel of the Dazzle. Now on the other side of the fight, Chaos is breaking out as an EMP helps set up the kill on the Dazzle. Or pardon me, the Witch Doctor. Lesh already in the grave as they turn around on the Clockwork. Now QO just trying to make the escape, and it looks like he'll be successful on that front. So I think a good game for it here is up top. We'll see a gank attempt get set up. Clockwork does have a hookshot available, but Split Earth will connect. He's already down to about half health. Here we go, point blank hookshot after the Fissure helps set it up. EMP from around the tree line will do some damage, but not enough to keep the Clockwork alive. Dazzle not going to get off the Shallow Grave, and it will cost the Lesh's life. Now Nuts in some trouble as he's cold snap, trying to juke through the trees. He's juking, he's jiving, he almost stays alive. The heals are just enough. He will walk back to safety. Now a charge from the Spirit Breaker onto Jerax. They want to punish this dive, and boy will they. March should be able to connect on this one. Fissure is up, but can't get it off that cast point. Just too long. QO comes pouncing in, won't connect, but still sets up the kill, and Earthshaker will end in the grave. Now on the backside, they'll chase down MP. Tornado won't connect, or pardon me, MP won't connect with much, but nor will the pounce. More heroes rotating in as they try to finish it off the Invoker, but Cogs from the Clockwork push back QO. That sets up the kill there. March and Febby on the run. It seems H6 have the reinforcement advantage here, but another beautiful splitter from KP. He's got the Pulse Nova on. He'll chase down the Invoker, finds the kill there. Now another charge in, but it's the Drow Ranger that joins the party. Gust pushes him back, and again, it's the dire side on the back foot, but Nuts is here. Cask bouncing around like crazy. Another brilliant Split Earth, even though Hadouken flies through. Nuts barely gets graved in time. They get the kill on the Clockwork. Another Gust pushes back KP. A few more auto attacks. They might find it, and they do. Now a Fissure on 2 blocks out Febby, but the Cask, it's bouncing around. It'll keep Febby alive. Witch Doctor gets the kill on Lina with the BOT. Oh my gosh, base kip. What is going on?
That was an absolute bloodbath on top lane. I was like, for that reason, has primarily unreliable, I would say.
True. Yeah, fair point there. Up top, looks like there could be multiple fights breaking out as QO going for Forev, but Jerax will TP in. LSA connects from the high ground. Dazzle nearby. QO
nice
will pop the ultimate, but Cogs lock him in place. And yeah, Laguna Blade sets up that kill. Now Febby in some trouble as the point blank hook shot comes out. He should have a Shallow Grave here. Indeed he does, but still on the run. Not yet out of the clear. Lina trying to rotate over. They can't find that last auto attack. Fissure just barely misses. So all the farming tools completed, and they'll start to make a dent in that net worth chart, also finding some successful kills. The Drow Ranger, though, picks up a BKB. Hookshot comes in, connects on the creeps, and QO happy just to pounce back to safety. But with a BKB on the Drow, perhaps this is when H6 start to commence some 5-man action, and charge comes out onto MP to set this up. MVP.Phoenix will look for a fight here. All right, Tornado, EMP, stop the Space Scout dead in his tracks. Gust will be off the mark. KP TP's in. Febby takes a Dragon Slave off to the side, but it's QO in the front lines going straight for Heen. The Death Ward doing huge damage. Lina gets dropped to start this one off. Now Sunby in some trouble, battling the Slark and the Cogs. Just barely walks away, but now a charge forward. No way to stop it. Oh, but there is. Cold Snap's there. No, not a Cold Snap, but he still gets finished off. Spirit Breaker will get turned on forever with a BKB on. A few more auto attacks will find him, but KP turned by Jerax. A beautiful Echo Slam in the middle of the fray. Still not enough to save the Drow Ranger. So now the Cask is bouncing around, just hitting a couple of creeps around. Nuts on his way back in, wants to get the Earthshaker, but can't quite do it. Will get isolated by Sunby and ultimately brought down. EMP does a little bit of work here in the mid as MP in the Ghost Walk, trying to keep them low, but oh my, heal bomb from Febby brings him low, and he'll be forced to walk away. Hookshot in from Sunby under the tower. Very bold here, rather ambitious, and it will backfire as he goes down, gives another one to the Lesh rack. 3. I mean, Phoenix got the superior net worth gain out of that, but very back and forth. We'll see another charge down bottom. A great LSA from Heen. Turns, puts down the Laguna Blade as well. Rev rotating in. March, whoa, that was bold. He could have made it out, but turns around, LSA connects again, and that will be the end of him. Space Cow stuck in the grave as Phoenix retreat.
Yeah, they've been dealing with the Spirit Breaker's initiation so nicely, but they've also given themselves the draft tools as well. Nuts now in some trouble, getting auto attack down. Can they save him? Won't be able to, and a silence as well onto QO.
Oh,
Gets
my.
snapped and right click down. Really easy for them to deny vision to H6 right now by breaking up bottom lane.
Yep, Clockwork on the run. We'll be able to survive the initial onslaught, but in comes the charge from March. Death Ward doing some serious work here. Lina will be the first one to go down. Now they get the kill on Clockwork. A fast 2-0 as MP will move into Ghostwalk form, and he heads for the hills, but they've got a dust. The Split Earth will connect. Tornado on the entire team, it feels like. Pounce just barely clips him. Will set up for the charge, and he goes down. Jerax takes a cask, and oh my, Phoenix.
Huge play from the Clockwork, the Earthshaker, and the Invoker finding the MVP backline, because if they don't, QO is just never going to die.
Smoke on smoke action. BKB pops straight away by Forev as QO goes right into the fray. Shadow Dance turned on as he tries to focus down Heen. Glimmer Cape will keep him alive. The rest of MVP Phoenix kind of on the back foot here, but the Death Ward from Nuts doing a lot of damage. The cask bouncing around as well. All the players still alive for now, but Forev getting low. The evasion keeping him up, but in the end he will fall. Decent Echo Slam from Jerax, but I don't think it's enough. Lesh now pulsing all over this fight, and it's MP trying to do what he can to turn it around. Dazzle's here, throws out the Poison Touch. QO reinitiating Yules to set up onto MP right into the Split Earth. He'll go down. The Earthshaker barely TPs out. For MVP.H6 on the Radiant side. They just have to loop up here in the top to take a fight. QO goes straight in onto the Clockwork, takes some below. BKB Lesh charges into the front lines as well. MP BKB, but the Pulse Nova doing a lot of damage here. Lesh will end up falling, but no! Shallow Grave comes out, keeps him alive. Clockwork, the first casualty of this fight. He won't have a buyback. The Echo Slam from Jerax sets up a kill on Lesh as well as the Lina. A double kill there, but Lesh coming right back to life as Jerax ends up going down himself. They kill the Space Cow, but they don't have anything left. It's only the Drow Ranger. She's getting dove.
Give him the rampage.
Oh, buyback now from the Earthshaker. Gust comes out, and bada boom, bada bing. Evasions are there, but it's a rampage for QO. Dieback now for the Earthshaker. Also a buyback for the Drow Ranger. Like the beginning of the end here for H6 in game number 1. Remember, this is a best-of-3 series, folks, and we are in the upper bracket. No one getting eliminated off this series, but we'll see a dive onto MP. Pops the BKB, but Abyssal rains from the skies. QO taking a lot of damage, will fall. He just the Immortal bringing him back up, but on the pack side, Lesh doing huge damage. Jules just barely keeps him alive after a beautiful Shallow Grave. Now 4F BKB, but stuck outside of the base, getting bashed up plenty. The Flash brothers are in town, forced after the high ground. That's his Invoker friend helping him out, but all of a sudden, it's a 5 versus 2, and there's nothing they can do but turn tail and run towards the well. In comes KP, he's trying to chase him down. Pulse Nova's running aplenty. MP moves into the tree line, won't be able to fog it, and their entire team about to end up in the grave. Drow will just barely live. We go, the Hail Mary play from MVP.H6. They move out of the base. QO jumps right on him, gets orchided, but hey, that's that new BKB debuted. Out comes the Abyssal Blade onto MP. Force Staff will buy him a little bit of time. He gets bashed and ends up on the low ground. Oh, how lucky for him. QO takes the Shallow Grave. That'll keep him alive as Lina is the first to fall. Death Ward from the other side of the trees from Nuts doing huge damage. And H6 say, we've had enough. 5-0 for the final fight. That will demoralize us into a GG. Nearly a 30K net worth lead for Phoenix as that game ends. And